going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here, and welcome back to another episode of Transfer Daily. Today we're going to talk about the huge signing, the biggest signing, probably the second biggest signing of the winter, and that is that Ross Barkley is finally moving from Everton to Chelsea. We're going to discuss that later. We're also going to mention about the confirmed transfer of Luciano Vieto to Valencia, as well as the possibility of Emre Can moving finally to Juventus. Just like always, guys, please remember to check out the latest video of Transfer Daily. I'm gonna leave that in here up top, as well as a playlist for you to check out and don't miss out on all the news that has been happening in this window. Remember to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, you know the deal, free of charge. Join us here right away. Let's start with it. Okay, so right away I'm gonna start off with probably the smallest the smallest news of this episode, and that is that Luciano Vieto is moving from Atletico Madrid to Valencia on a loan until the end of the season. There may be an option to buy, but that is undisclosed, so there's no option for us to see how could Valencia finally obtain the player permanently after the window is closed. Perhaps they may be negotiating a fee for that, but now Luciano Vieto will be eligible for Valencia to play in their next few matches. So I gotta say that Vieto moving to Valencia may be a good move. Luciano Vieto has been a player who has been here and there, moving from Villarreal to Atletico Madrid, then to Sevilla, then to Valencia. He has been all over the park in Spain, but he has never really cemented his place in a very good team. And I gotta say that for me, moving to Valencia wouldn't also be a very good move, because they already got players like Sasa and Rodrigo Moreno playing up top every single weekend, but they also have players like Santi Mina, which are able to provide a very good cover up for those two players. However, yet Luciano Vieto could find some competitiveness when trying to battle for his position as the first substitution instead of Santi Mina, so let's see how Luciano Vieto does at Valencia. The next story comes from Italy, in which Emre Can apparently has already signed a contract with Juventus to leave in free in the next summer transfer window. Apparently this has been already confirmed, but I don't see any confirmation at all, so I'm gonna put it for right now as a rumor. If it's confirmed, I'm gonna announce it in another video, so stay up to date. But for this time around, I gotta say that Emre Can moving to Juventus could be a very good move for the German, because we got already players like Claudio Marchisio perhaps seeing his final days at a club like Juventus, players like Khedira, players like perhaps a Matuidi not being as good as before. He may be a good fit for Juventus, but I gotta say that he will be a very, very big miss, a huge gap I think to Liverpool, because they're not only going to miss now Coutinho if he moves to Barcelona, they're going to miss Emre Can. I would say that none of the players they are aiming to bring in, either Leon Goretzka, but he has chosen to go to Bayern Munich. Naby Keita could come in, but he isn't exactly a good replacement for Emre Can. I see a lot of media saying now that Naby Keita is this sort of, box-to-box midfielder. He's much more than that. He's actually a really good creator. You have to check out his stats, because he has been creating chances like at least 5-6 chances a game for RB Leipzig last season. He's completely amazing, and Naby Keita should really be a replacement for someone like Coutinho. But who is going to replace Emre Can for me? Emre Can is the best midfielder right now for me Liverpool has after Coutinho, because he really provides all the cover that they need. Jordan Henderson may be a very good CDM to distribute the balls and passes, but Emre Can is just much better in trying to just keep the midfield tight, because he's really gonna cover up the spaces when you need to defend, and that's what Liverpool need. So for him moving to Juventus, it will be a very, very big miss for Liverpool. But also moving in a free, just gonna be a huge second bullet for Liverpool to take. It's a huge bullet they are going to take. It's gonna hurt a lot. And I don't feel sorry for Liverpool fans, but I will feel the compassion if somebody of you out there were, because it's really bad to see not only Coutinho perhaps leaving, but Emre Can as well, and they're two very, very good players, and I'm really sad them leaving Liverpool right now, because I think Liverpool may be, if they retain like this sort of player, they could be a very big club in England like they were used to before, and they could challenge for the title. But now it seems that Emre Can will move to Juventus on a free, and that's quite BS for Liverpool. And I say this is very likely. I think it's very likely, so I'm gonna put it very high up in the bullshit meter. And now for the biggest story of the episode, we have Ross Barkley moving to Chelsea. So what the hell is going on here? Because Ross Barkley is not a good player for me. He's decent right now. He's a good player. He has proven himself to be a decent squad player for someone like Everton. They may be starting in Everton, but in Chelsea, I don't think he's gonna start every single game. I think Ross Barkley could add a lot of depth to the squad of Chelsea, especially going into matches deep in the Champions League if they manage to beat Barcelona. He's a good player overall, but I really don't understand exactly how his profile of a player will fit in Chelsea. That's why I really question this transfer. But yet I don't question it at all, because just for 15 million pounds, it's a bargain to buy yourself a player like Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley is young. Barkley can really improve in the later seasons, and later you could sell him even like for 30 million. How the market is going, Chelsea are most definitely going to be able to make a profit out of Ross Barkley, and it's a very good business for Chelsea to buy this sort of player. But in the footballing sense, I don't know exactly how will he fit Chelsea and exactly how good he's going to be in this Antonio Conte system. Unless Antonio Conte decides that Ross Barkley is a very hard-working player, I could see that because of his physicality, his way of managing the play. I think that Ross Barkley could be a player that could add that extra sense of pressure in attack when they need to go into a counter-attack. Fabregas is not the best at doing that, so he could replace Fabregas in the later stages. I cannot talk today. In the latter stages of a match, I think that's where Ross Barkley could really make an impact in the Chelsea system. But above all that, I don't know how good could he really be. So if you have any suggestions, you have any thoughts how Ross Barkley is going to do, please leave them in the comment box down below, because I'm really interested to see what are your opinions about this transfer, because for me it's very, very weird. But all of that's confirmed. Good transfer business for Chelsea, but in a footballing sense, I'm not too sure. That's gonna be everything for today, guys. Just like always, remember to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. Make sure to make this channel a part of your daily routine. I've been your host for the day. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.